if we think about how far AI has come in a very short space of time, relatively speaking, what started out as, let's be honest, a kind of skunkworks R&D project, several years ago, very quickly has become core.
Yes.
And therefore the ability to think from a business perspective about AI in that enterprise way is absolutely critical, because if you take as read the idea that AI is everywhere and the future is AI, and I don't think anybody, certainly not anyone walking around Tech Week, would doubt that.
Not what you're saying.
So if we go with that as a premise, then by definition it means that it's central. It's as critical to your business as any other system you're running today, and it's going to get increasingly more so. So I think where clients are looking now is understanding that capability and everything, the value that will unlock is critical. It is what you do as a business. It's going to define your competitive advantage as we move forward. Mm-hmm. And on that basis, it has to be on the most secure platform, the most reliable platform, because if it has issues in those areas, your very core is at risk. And that's the seismic shift for me. And it's a mindset thing, and it's quite difficult given how rapidly AI has kind of come to prominence. But that is what's happened. It's come from the periphery to be absolutely central to what's happening. So it needs the platform underneath it.
The platform's key, but you make a very good point there. I think a lot of companies they want to use AI. They're keen to be on the AI journey, but I don't think many are prepared. And I don't think many companies are in a position at this point, or not quite in the position to really make best of the data they have and AI and what it can bring to the table. But the good thing is with the IBM platform, you can come at it from two different angles. You still have very dense, very strong servers with GPU models and everything else, but the core power chip also has AI inferencing, the ability to be an AI engine in its own right.
Yep.
So we're not talking about chat GPT type stuff here. We're talking about how do you make best use of your data.
Sure.
And the power system brings that to the table. Couple that with some fantastic storage behind it that gives you the speed and gives you the parallelization and everything that you need to run a good AI business, then IBM's the answer again.
Yeah, and that is an excellent point actually about the data. Yeah, you've either got a choice, right? You can move the data to where the AI is being performed, or you can perform the AI where the data is. And for all sorts of reasons, the latter is the better. Right? Again, back to my point about enterprise data, if you're performing that AI data, if that's the source of your organizational value, it may well already sit on Power Systems because that's our heritage and has been for many, many years. But equally, if it doesn't, then now's a great time to consider, well, perhaps it should, because it's become more critical than it ever was before. And to your point, I can perform inferencing-based AI on that data without it ever having to leave the platform, which of course means you don't have to pay for that move. It doesn't have to go anywhere and come back, which means it's more secure as a result of never having left in the first place, and it's staying on that most secure of platforms. So that whole enterprise AI piece comes together perfectly well, and it's all focused around the data, which is the sweet spot for Power.